Hello, I'm Amy, and I'm so excited to present to you how important self-care truly is for us. Taking care of ourselves is seriously a priority, not a luxury, and so today I'm going to present some self-care ideas and tips on living the best and healthiest version of yourself. First, let's talk about what self-care really is. Basically, any activity that you deliberately do to take care of your mental health, emotional health, and physical health can be known as self-care. It's something that we neglect quite often because we tend to get caught up in our busy lives a lot. When done correctly, self-care is meant to improve our health, our mood, and also reduce any anxiety or stress we may be feeling in the moment. It is not selfish or irresponsible for you to take time for yourself, despite the other obligations you may have. We all experience times where we need to take a step back and make ourselves a priority. Self-care looks different for everyone, so we're going to brainstorm several different ideas, focusing on these three aspects of ourselves on the chart. First, we are going to look at self-care for our physical health. Then we will move on to mental care, and finally we will go over some ideas for emotional care as well. Hopefully you will be able to resonate with some ideas we go over. Physical activity and exercise makes a huge impact not only on your physical health but also your mentality and your mood. This is my favorite form of self-care just for that reason. Exercising is great because there's such a wide range of activities you can do to get healthy. There's something for everyone, and exercise is free. Not having a gym membership will not be holding you back. For example, you can go for a run or a long walk outdoors. Being in nature is extremely therapeutic, and getting that fresh air is great for the mind and the body. If that does not work for you, at-home workouts are a great way to get the body moving as well. There are many videos you can follow on YouTube that demonstrate workouts for specific areas of the body you want to focus on. Searching ab workouts or cardio workouts or yoga session will get you endless videos you can follow in the comfort of your own home for free. This is a great tool, especially in this time during a pandemic. It is a lot safer for us to stay in our homes. Now, although getting exercise is very important, what we put in our bodies is important as well. Taking care of our physical health includes both. So cooking healthy yet easy and delicious meals will make big improvements in our physical health too. The internet is again a great tool to look up recipes for meals we want to try and at cooking levels comfortable to us. Having said this, life is about balance, right? Maybe we have had a week where we have been eating really healthy and want to treat ourselves. This is perfectly fine and can be a form of self-care too. Like I said, self-care looks different depending on the person. Feeding into cravings, even though they might not be the healthiest every once in a while, can be a form of self-care. The same thing goes for exercise. Maybe a rest day is one's form of self-care for that week if they've been working out daily. We will touch on balance throughout this presentation a lot in the other aspects of self-care as well. Moving on to mental care, there are several different activities one can do to give themselves a mental break. Sleep is huge for mental care, and I know for me personally, it is really important to get enough sleep to function well. As adults, we should strive for at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. Researchers have also found that 10 to 20-minute naps can be quite effective in increasing alertness and decreasing fatigue if we didn't get a lot of sleep the night before. Personally, I don't like how I feel after a nap. I tend to feel super groggy and sometimes I feel kind of down, but everyone's different, and I know that many people who find naps super helpful throughout their days. Meditation can be a form of mental care as well. On this slide, you can see I included a 10-minute meditation routine to relax your mind. Definitely try this out. These routines can be great when you are in a state of stress or feel overwhelmed and want to clear your head. Another very popular form of self-care can simply be getting some screen time. Netflix or Hulu have awesome shows or movies to give ourselves the break we deserve. In addition, take time to listen to music you enjoy or a podcast you like. I know Spotify and Apple Music have many options. If you enjoy crime stories like me, I recommend listening to the podcast called Crime Junkie, but I know they have many different genres of podcasts to cater to your interests. Finally, giving yourself time to read for pleasure and not for work or for school can be quite relaxing as well. If not, you could even make time to journal in the morning or at night to relax while reflecting on your day or yourself. Hopefully, one of these activities resonates with you to take care of yourself. When discussing emotional care, in this presentation I focused on how our social lives can make big differences in our mood and our emotions. Research shows that there are many negative effects on social isolation and loneliness. On this slide, you can see there are even physiological effects we endure from loneliness. People who engage in meaningful activities with others tend to live longer, boost their mood, and have a sense of purpose. They can maintain their well-being and can even improve their cognitive function. I felt this was quite relevant to this time during a pandemic where we may not be socializing as much as we would like and may be going to school or working from home. Within these circumstances, there are ways to spend quality time with family and friends in a safe manner. If you do not feel safe going out, there are many ways to catch up with family and friends virtually. As you probably already know, Zoom and FaceTime have been used very often during COVID. Feeling more connected to your social circle can be uplifting and bring you lots of joy. There are also ways to practice social distancing in public and be safe when spending time with those close to you. Making use of the outdoors, like going on walks or visiting hiking trails with friends or family, can be a great form of emotional care. Having a picnic outside is a fun, safe option as well. Emotional care may look like getting socially connected for some, but for others, maybe we need to socially distance ourselves further. For those who still go into work, live with family, or live with friends, we may need a break from socializing and have time on our own to do the other activities that have been listed in this presentation. Again, this balance is important for us to figure out for ourselves. To wrap things up, I wanted to include some additional tips to have the most effective self-care. First, I believe that making use of a calendar or a planner is greatly beneficial to our lives. I am a huge advocate for planners because it gives us the opportunity to write out our schedules so we feel less overwhelmed and feel more motivated. It can also help us plan out our self-care activities without disrupting other responsibilities we may have and ensure we do not forget to implement them into our lives. When choosing self-care activities, make sure they are reasonable and just stick to the basics. You do not need to invest large amounts of money or do luxurious things to take care of yourself. There are many ways to take care of yourself that do not cost a penny. The last thing we want is to cause financial stress when we are trying to improve our health. Also, it is helpful to be conscious about our self-care. When taking care of ourselves, it can be more effective when we are mindful of what we are doing and how it will help us. Also, pay close attention to your surroundings. Sometimes feelings of stress can be rooted in a messy workspace or living area. Cleaning that up and making your environment neat can be a form of self-care as well. It can be a quite refreshing and soothing feeling afterwards. Finally, make sure you treat yourself sometimes. It does not have to be expensive or extravagant, just something that fits your budget. Like get yourself a manicure, or go on a weekend getaway, take yourself shopping, or get yourself a massage. Again, planning and budgeting properly can make these things possible.